So I'm looking for a bridge, right? Or like some.
All right, race fans, welcome to round 6, the final round of the International Manufacturer Spec Challenge. We had a little bit of a curveball thrown at us. We didn't have enough racers. A lot of people didn't show up
to where I didn't hit
for the last race. So we decided to start everybody in GT3 cars and then do the second race in TCR, so everybody's racing in the same class. We've got 6 racers on tap today.
I see a bridge.
Oh, there's a bridge there?
That's a ways down, but...
Well, no, I see a sign. Sorry.
Okay,
right
ready?
there.
Oh, this way.
All right, the guys are ready. They're calling out the start right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
there's
around
the big
us.
sign.
I'm in the inside.
All right, we got Ghost Comet and we got Black Ghost on grid 1 and 2. There's a lot of talk between these drivers having a lot of trouble with this car, and it is a very difficult car to drive. It has a lot of straight line speed. It doesn't have that much cornering, so the guys are going to rule a challenge here, especially at Koto with a lot of in between mid corner and fast sweepers. So we got Ghost Comet still up in front. We got Medieval Knight moved up to 2nd place. Black Ghost has moved back to 6th place. Let's see, it's going to board here in the middle here. Master Big Chief, of course, our big winner in GT3. He's been dominating, and he's already secured the championship in GT3.
The first couple of laps are just brutal in this car.
But yeah, as we're hearing some of the chatter from the boys, I need to get out of their party.
A little bit.
Okay, there we go. That way I don't get influenced by their talking and hear what they're saying. They can keep between the party. So again, we're on board with Master Big Chief right here. Currently #1 in GT3 points. Again, already secured the championship. He's going to take it no matter what. Especially with a smaller grid, the worst place he can really get is 6th place, which is still a pretty good points payout. Now it looks like Medieval Knight has gone up to 1st place, Master Big Chief in 2nd, Flight in 3rd, Ghost Comet 4th, 4th Cam is 5th place, and Black Ghost in last place here in the GT3 so far. Here we go, we got the onboard cam following Master Big Chief, Medieval Knight right in front. And the pack queuing up behind on the back straight right now. I believe this car tops out at about 160 miles an hour on this back straight, so pretty good top end speed. So these guys all have the same exact build, so it should be pretty stagnant and pretty stable, although we do see some faster drivers obviously move themselves through the fronts. There's Flight coming in right behind Master Big Chief, and 4Cam right behind that. And by the way, this race is sponsored by, as we see him in the other livery, we're going to have to go up and see Medieval Knights here really quick. So, let's go through the cameras here. So we've got Maxis on board for the sponsors, as well as Barbie on the side, which you may be able to see. There you go, there's Barbie. Go to our replay cameras here. Take off our map so you can see everything. There's Barbie. Alright, so the top drivers in the class that have shown up have all done a really good job this year showing their pace. And they have all pretty much earned the Tier 1 tunes, which is again, a little bit less grip with the tire width and the heaviest rims, or some mid-weight rims to balance. So roughly I tried to make each tune between the Tier 1 and Tier 2 tune 0.1 difference in handling and 0.1 difference in braking. About 6 to 9 PI depending on the car. Some cars were more affected by those rims and tire width than others. This car needed a little bit more, so it's got a mid-weight rim. And I think 2 tire sizes down, so stock tire I believe in the front and 1 tire width in the rear, whereas the Tier 2 tune had max tire width and lightest rims. But we're seeing the balance play out pretty nicely. I mean, these guys are fast regardless. Medieval Knight, 4Cam, Flight, Master Big Chief. Ghost Comet and Black Ghost. So it's kind of exciting. This is outside the norm, so we should see this grouping of cars, stay together relatively close, and we won't have any TCR traffic to contend with. But there is still simulation damage, so they could damage a gearbox, and we could see some people lose some places. So we do have to look out for that. But you see Master Big Chief with a big slide there. Let's go back in the middle pack here, so hopefully we can see everybody. So you can see gap forming between 4Cam and Ghost Comet. Now, is that Ghost Comet in the rear now? We'll look at the ticker again. Let's see. No, Black Ghost is still okay. Black Ghost really did not like this this tune, this car, this track. I mean, you name it. He's not a big fan of either one of these. Which this car track combination, I didn't choose purposely, but I knew that I wanted a track with a couple different straights, because that's where this car really excels. But in the mid part of this, obviously, or everywhere else, it does have a lot of corners to contend with, where the car does not do a great job at. I mean, it's okay, but you really have to finesse it around. So the guys will jump into the Volvo 2014 Volvo TCR next race. And we'll see them, I think, bunched up a lot closer, a lot easier to drive that car. It is a mid-engine, which is kind of weird, mid-engine TCR car, and rear-wheel drive. So the boys did say that they did like that car a little bit better here. Really easy through the S's, really easy to contend with. So I think they should have a little more fun with this next race. There's Black Ghost. You can see in the distance they're coming up. This flight passes us. It is black, blue, and silver livery, number 33. So I think after this series, I think we're going on to the Blancpain series that is created by Black Ghost. Obviously, we're on too old for Forza. So guys, if you ever want a league race and want some clean drivers to race against and some good guys to compete, rather than open lobbies and smashed about, this is definitely a place to come to over Forza for drivers 25 and over. So you do have to be what we call a little more seasoned. Can't be that young gun coming fresh out of high school and racing, because they kind of want to make it a little more competitive for the older generations. Tora, Online Racing League, and some of those other guys don't have any age restrictions. But I found this league to be really fun and met a lot of good drivers here, and brought a few drivers over too. Unfortunately, we are missing some of the really good guys, like that guy racing wasn't able to show up. Optimizer didn't make it. Lucky as well is absent. But that's pretty common with the last race of the season. For some reason, in almost every series and every championship I've ever seen, and the guys were mentioning it before the race too, that the last race doesn't have good finishing order, good positions for everybody. I don't know what the deal is with that. They get burnt out on the series season. I don't know. So let's head on board here with some of the other guys. Let's go towards the back here with 4Cam. Let's look at 4th, 5th, and 6th. That's 4Cam number 98. He's got like a burgundy. These three guys are really close. Ghost Comet's coming up to him, kind of picking up the rear 4Cam there. So I think actually Ghost Comet and Black Ghost are in a tier 2 tune. So they in theory would have the most grip and best lines around here, especially these twisty bits. But again, we do have really good drivers on tap, so it's one thing to catch somebody, much harder thing to pass them. So we're seeing a nice train here for him, and Black Ghost was saying he was going to have a really hard time controlling the car, but he's doing really well. Same with Ghost Comet. I don't think he's a big fan. But again, the next race, I think with the Volvo cars, though, Ghost Comet comes up the inside of 4Cam. Just can't make it stick though. 4Cam was able to get on the power. Looks like Ghost Comet sizing him up for the left-hander here, coming up the long back straight. You can see a lot of debris already on the cars, all brake dust and whatever else, dirt and grime. Looks like Ghost Comet locked it up a tiny bit. Maybe hurt his run. No, he got up on the inside. He stopped it in time. He's running the outside. Let's see these guys. Yep, room given. Black Ghost comes into play here as 4Cam drops back to 5th place. So we see Flight and Master Big Chief and Medieval around the corner there. Ooh, Black Ghost made a nice dive up on the on 4 cam on that. I think it looks like he decided to back out of it though a little bit. Nice overhead shot here, helicopter view. Come around second to last corner, or third to last corner, and we got the left-hander and then left-hander on the straight. So these guys doing a really good job of controlling the car. I thought they'd have a little more trouble with this car. You see an odd, I think it's braking is where this car is really difficult too. It's hard to get it slowed down from all that speed, and you've got to start your braking maybe a little bit earlier. So we see a big gap between third, the top 3 and the bottom 3 here. Let's turn on the ticker. Let's see. Let's do distance from leader here. We can see in feet. All right, so it looks like Medieval Knight's still in the lead by 162 feet, and then 200 feet behind that. 1,300 feet, 1,400, and 1,500. So 1,500 feet between all the drivers. So not terrible. Let's look at time intervals. A little bit easier to judge. So we got the best lap of Medieval with a 210.8. Oh, 4cam gets really squirrely there. There's the top 3 going around that's almost hairpin. More than 90-degree corner up there. Here comes 4cam, Black Ghost, then Ghost Comet. So Ghost Comet looks like he's pulled ahead enough now where he doesn't have a lot of pressure from behind. And then Black Ghost is hanging on the tail of that. Let's go on in the middle here with Master Big Chief. And you can see Flight right behind him there, and Medieval right up in front there. So 0.8 of a second, 0.6 of a second. Medieval's advantage right now. And Flight's hanging on there too. Big gap between Ghost Comet though, third and fourth. So these guys are running away with a little bit. We're on lap 6 right now, about to cross over lap 7 here in the next couple corners. So far it's I haven't seen any really big challenges since the start. We'll see what happens with these guys as they come around here. Master Big Chief, let's see what kind of run he gets off there. See Medieval Knight just get a squirrel on that, get a little bit squirrely on that curb. We'll see if it hurt him. 0.71, 0.718. So he's got, Master Big Chief didn't catch up a lot on that, actually lost a tiny bit of ground, but nothing major. Just hundredths, thousandths of a second. Looks like Flight squared that off pretty good and got some good momentum too. And they come into the S's for the 7th time. So halfway through the race pretty much. Yeah, 0.4 of a second, almost half a second, and then 1.3 seconds to Flight. 8.7 seconds to Ghost Comet, and then 3.1 seconds from that. And then Black Ghost behind there. Oh, you can see there, it looks like a really big gap is opened up now between the top 3 and the bottom 3. Looks like Master Big Chief put in a 209.6. Excuse me. That was a really good time. I think when I was practicing, the best lap I did personally was a 210.0. So I did about 6 laps testing the car. So it wasn't a whole bunch, but enough to really gauge, kind of what the capabilities of the car was. Check the top speed, make sure we weren't maxing out any gears, on the back straight or anything like that, the front straight. It looks like we got a little bit of tap between Master Big Chief and Medieval. Oh, as he gets a big old 11Zs off that corner there. I guess they wouldn't be 11Zs; they'd be more of an S shaped, right? More of a lazy apostrophe. And so I thought there was going to be a big challenge there. It looked like Medieval Knight locked up the brakes a little bit coming into that left-hander off the back straight. And it gave Master Big Chief a little bit of a run. And it looks like there was some contact on and Medieval Knight's right rear. Didn't affect either one of them. Here we go, we're watching them come on the back straight here. Let's see who got a good run. Through those time intervals again, 0.367. 0.35, so Master Big Chief got a little bit of advantage. Let's see where Flight comes into play here. He's hanging on to the back of these guys. And now they're coming to the S's, weak part of this car. So see how they position and how much speed they can carry in. All doing a really good job of staying within the Forza regulations, staying on the curbs, not really going over, not cutting anything. But again, I don't expect any less from these drivers. They're all really good, really seasoned drivers. See how they handle this on the back straight here. See who can get a run. Looks like Flight has caught up a little bit to Master Big Chief. And Master Big Chief has dropped off a little bit. Let's see what telemetry shows us for Master Big Chief. So it's interesting to see his throttle application and braking, you know, kind of how his pressures go too. So this is a good idea to kind of look at this stuff and see how much he brakes. So 76% on his braking, and you can see modulating the throttle there nicely, not going from 0 to 100 right away or really quickly. Does he stab the throttle every once in a while? He does. You can see there. Smooth. All these drivers, really show smooth. We'll take a look at Medieval Night in just a second too. If we watch, let's go half a lap with Master Big Chief here. When he gets on the front straight, we'll go to Medieval and see what his telemetry looks like. There's Flight right behind. And we'll have to check back with the big extent of that corner on the last there. Doesn't look like he gained a huge advantage. Maybe just got squirrely on the entry and then had to take a little wide. So let's go on with Medieval Night. Let's check his throttle and brake application. It looks like about 70% was his max, it looked like, on his braking. So one of the big things I think with Forza is the braking, and that's one of the things that the Xbox does really well, and the game does really well, is the throttle and the brake application. See just a little dab of brakes there, 30%, another 15% from Medieval Night. So making him carry a little bit more speed. His apex speed is really good coming through there. I'd like to see something like that. Analytics from Forza would be really nice to see kind of how these guys perform like this too. If you ever want to get faster, one of the best ways to get faster in any race game, especially in Forza, is to watch Ghosts or to watch things like this, races like this, where you can exactly find out where these guys are braking, how hard they're braking, how much steering they're putting in, and how much counter steering. This is a good way to get faster. Looks like we got a challenge for second place behind. Yep, looks like Flight has gone in second place right now with Master Big Chief right behind. So Forza doesn't have a really strong slipstream effect, but I did notice it on the back straight and the front straight. If you were right behind somebody within, let's say 30 to 40 feet, you did see some of that slipstream come into effect. So Master Big Chief was tucked right behind Flight, trying to get that toe down into the braking zone. There you go, give him a little tap on the entry, let him know he's here. Alright, so let's see what the Flight can do. Oh, it looks like takes a really wide line from Flight. He's going for the cutback. Master Big Chief took that as an invitation, went up on the inside, but it looks like Flight was able to get better drive out of the corner. Good racecraft right there from both drivers. Flight allowing enough room for Master Big Chief, and vice versa. Master Big Chief allowing enough room for Flight to do that move. A little track in there, nothing big. He meets up with the apex really nicely there on the last corner. Alright, let's go back with the other guys and let's see what we got back here. So let's go on board with 4Cam here right in the middle of the back three here. You can see Ghost right behind, and you can see Ghost Comet in front of him by a good section there. Let's see what the gap is. We're going to stay on with 4Cam a little bit here. We're going to see his throttle and brake application as well. And then we'll go with Ghost Comet and Black Ghost. Oh, and actually we didn't go on board with Flight. So we'll have to do that in a little bit. I want to check on these guys, see how these guys are doing. Oh, big old squirrel from 4Cam. So you got his power on. Maybe a little bit too early. Pitch the car sideways. It's really easy to do in this car. Has a good amount of power. It looks like we're in lap 10 right now, 15. So we decided to do a half a lap with of the drivers too. Half a lap with with them starting on the back straight. There was like a little sign or bridge or something in the back where he had them start. There's Black Ghost catching up to 4Cam, looks like. I mean, Ghost, this is for you because you're going to watch this. You're staying with them really well. So for somebody who doesn't like this track or this car, you guys are doing pretty dang good. So Ghost Comments extended the lead a little bit here. Let's go on board with him so we can see, again, his throttle application and brake application. Let's see where he's going to this big hard braking zone right now. So 65% it looks like from what I can see. So there you go, Ghost Comment number 203, new to 204 here. Last 2 seasons, I believe. Missed the first 2 races, I want to say, in the International Manufacturer Spec Challenge here. But a welcome addition again. He's rocking the two-tone purple with the silver and black as he gets a little slide on there. So let's look at him into this next couple corners. Just releasing that throttle a little bit, no brake. Just squaring up the car a little bit by releasing the throttle, and then 70%, 65%. And again, going down to like 50%. So he told me he's on a Thrustmaster steering wheel. I didn't get the model he's on, T300 or whatever he's on, but and he's actually on PC. So he's one of our cross-platform drivers. He's not on the Xbox. Yeah, he's doing really well. It looks like, I'm not sure, I haven't tried it, but I'm not sure how well or how different they are, you know, the platforms, PC versus Xbox, and how it feels on the wheel, controller, anything like that. It'd be interesting to find out. Or if any of you guys know, or viewers, please comment and let me know what you guys think. Is it easier to drive on the PC? Is it more intuitive? Or is it easier on the Xbox One? Let's go check on Black Ghost back here. Oh, not 4Cam, sorry. Black Ghost. We want Black Ghost. Okay. Let's check on Black Ghost back here. Let's see where he's at here. You see 4Cam right in front of him there. Black Ghost is on the Logitech G920. I helped him actually do a lot of the, controller settings for the wheel and stuff. So we were kind of partnered together, figuring that stuff out. Bouncing ideas off each other, trying different things. It's like 72% for Black Ghost into a hard brake, and nice and easy on the throttle. So let's see how he does coming into this over 90-degree corner here at the end of this back straight. Let's see how much pressure he puts on this. Okay, 75 or 76% max. That's pretty good. You see the brake rotor's glowing really good on the front of the car. The car's pretty balanced. I think if I remember correctly, it was 45% or 47%. So it's fairly balanced. You watch Black Ghost coming here. 4Cam looks like keeping and maintaining a steady gap from him. Let's go again. I promised we'd check on flights. Throttle application. Looks like he's opened up a good lead between him and Master Chief. Let's see if we can see Medieval around the corner. There he is. Perfect. So again, not a huge gap between the guys right here and the top 3 as well as the back 3. They're all staying pretty much together in 3s and 3s. Would have been really exciting to have a full grid. Usually we're averaging about 6 in each class, so it would have been 12 on the grid. And that difference between the TCR would have come into play here, especially at COTA with a long lap. 210 or 211, let's say, is the average. But that's okay. It is what it is. Final race of the season, round number 6 of the International Manufacturer Spec Challenge. We'll see if we come back for season 2. To be honest with you, it was more difficult to run a series than I ever anticipated. A lot of time just to do the builds, and I had to do deliveries for everybody because one of the things about this series is we change cars each week. So these guys don't have very much time to really get familiar with that car, with that tune that I make. So I purposely made the tunes all in the middle, something really just vanilla. You know, it wasn't too stiff, it wasn't too soft, but something right in the middle, so it didn't really cater to anyone in particular, but something everybody could drive. Fast guys, slow guys, mid-pack guys. So, yeah, we'll see we'll see what happens for next season. So I did the liveries, I did the tunes, I did the testing. I did everything for that. So I would say I'd average about 6 to 8 hours, sometimes more, 6 to 8 hours a week. Okay, sorry race fans, I had somebody at the door. We had to take care of that. Obviously, I can't stop the race or pause the race. We're spectating so that we can get all the audio and upload this. So it looks like the top three have really closed up, at least a little bit in the last couple laps. We're on lap 13 of 15, about halfway through the 13th lap. Flight has pulled up on Medieval, and Master Big Chief has pulled up on Flight. So hope we should see a good battle here for the last couple laps. Let's go and take off this telemetry now here too. What does the player info show? I never looked at that. Okay, yeah. Just shows the stats of the car. Doesn't really show player info. Whatever. Oh, there's car info. Dash. Okay, we got that. There's the telemetry. Damage. All right, we got 62% on the tires. So that's a good amount. 52% of wear on the fuel. So these guys are now going to start coping with, well, it could be either way. To be honest with you, some guys really like driving on worn tires, where they can feel the grip start to go away. In this car, I'm not so sure that would be an advantage, but it might suit somebody's, an individual player, talent a little bit more, based on their style of driving, based on how loose they like the car. There's lots of factors here. Again, one of the other reasons why I wanted to do 2 classes, and I wanted to do, spec tunes, so we can really see what drivers shine in this championship. And we've seen a few of these guys. Obviously, no shock to me, to be honest with you, because I've driven with these guys and are all super fast and super fun to drive with. So again, I encourage you, if you guys find this video and you guys are into some really good racing on Forza 7, come on in and join toolforforza.com. Go and check out the forums, go and check out some of the races. There's lots of people posting and races, and one of the advantages too, which I forgot to mention earlier, was individual racers like myself. I'm just a racer, looking for good races, and I got to create and start my own series with the help of some of the other guys, from Tool for Forza. So they encourage user created race series like this, where I was able to put in some of my ideas. And it was a big learning curve, I'll be honest with you. So if you do plan on doing this and start your own race series, do a lot of testing. Try to involve a lot of different drivers of all different kinds of speeds. Because again, one of the things I wanted to do was really try to get that slow driver to mix with the mid-pace driver, and the mid-pace driver to mix with the faster driver. Guys have different skill sets, different media they're using. They're using a controller, they're using a steering wheel. So all these things come into play, but also the different cars, getting used to different cars, the different classes, and the different tracks. Looks like Flight here with a good move under brakes there. Just at least got on side with Medieval. Had to back off. He's going to try the undercut right here. Tries to come up on the inside. That pulls Master Big Chief in with him close. Here you go. Medieval keeps the inside line, defends that position. Flight, we've seen do this before, goes really wide and tries to get that cut back, that bigger drive. But because of that did allow Master Big Chief to go back up into second place. So that was a good scrap for position right there between 1, 2, and 3. And we saw Flight go back to third, Medieval stay in first, and Master Big Chief go back up to second. But I don't think it's over. They still have 2 laps. They're about to start the final lap right now, though. So here we go on the back straight here. Let's see what we got. Flight hooks up the apex really nicely, and it looks like Master Big Chief is a little wide there. Let's get this off. Alright, here we go. Start of the last lap. Into corner number 1. We got Flight behind in third. Master Big Chief goes a little bit wide. Flight goes right at the inside. Ooh, pinches that. That's hard to do sometimes, is to really quell your momentum coming into that corner, especially when somebody takes a really wide line and you can take a shorter, shallower line. But Flight did a really good job of car control. Oh, Master Big Chief's off right there a little bit. He rejoins. Okay, Flight goes around him. It looks like he lost a little bit of momentum there. He's trying to carry too much apex speed there. Those S's are not forgiving. Tire wear as well. We've probably got 70% tire wear now. These guys come through that and come really close to that tire wall. I'll be honest with you, I've been guilty of hitting that tire wall a couple times in my time at Coda. There we go. That gave Medieval Knight some real good breathing room. Excuse me, breathing room right now. As he's down the back straight, Flight got a good drive off that. Master Big Chief closed up good. Let's see what Master Big Chief does on brakes. Coming to this corner, he's close enough, I think, to at least show the nose. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. So let's see what he does here as Flight brakes. Master Big Chief just stays right in line, but closes up. You can see they're 21 feet behind him. Now 45, 50 feet. It's like Flight's able to get really good drive off the corners. And Master Big Chief is really strong on brakes and just overall too. Let's see if he tries that inside line right now as Flight takes, looks like a midline. Oh, looks like Master Big Chief tried a really wide line there. Maybe learning from Flight before, watching what he does, and trying to do a cutback of his own. Looks like it's going to stay that way. We got 2 more corners left, 3 more corners left. Medieval Knight here is taking the last corner here coming up. Here he comes. Oh, Master Big Chief along the side. Oh, it looks like Flight went defensive there. Yep, makes Master Chief go the long way around. Is it going to be enough, though? Nice drag race right to the finish. Oh, looks like they got some contact. Oh, I don't know about that. We'll have to talk to the racers and see what that was all about. Looks like he's trying to prevent him to come past, but... Alright, let's go on with Ghost Comet here. He's in 4th place. Coming around the last corner right now. Looks like he's got a fair big lead right here. So let's go on board with 4Cam. Alright, 4Cam coming to the last corner here. Last left-hander. Oh, him and Ghost are right together. Oh, Ghost, a little bit of too much throttle application. He probably could have taken 5th place, or yeah, 5th place there. So Black Ghost finishes in 6th place. 4Cam right in front of him in 4th place. Alright, that was a great race from these guys. Let's go get some commentary from them really quick. So hang on, let me pause this.